For Unit 5, Day 4 notes, what is a system of linear inequalities? So in this case, this is when I give you two linear inequalities at the same time to graph. So it's two or more linear inequalities. You can call it linear system of inequalities. And in this time, the solution is any ordered pair that makes all of the inequalities in a system true. And then we will discuss more of this when we actually are graphing them. So just for a reminder, how to put equations in slope-intercept form. So first we want to get y by itself by adding the 8x to the other side. So we get y equals 8x minus 5. Here we have two steps. We want to subtract the 6x then we want to divide everything by 2. We get negative 3x minus 12. Alright. I don't really like how that looks. Let's change that up a little bit. Alright, so in the first example, you might want some colored pencils for this, if that helps you just kind of see the different shading processes. So for the first one, we have y is less than. So less than means that you shade down, and then also here less than is a dashed line. So I have a dashed, and I'm going to shade down. For greater than or equal to, so right here, I would have a solid line, and since it's greater, I would shade up. Okay, so for the first one, I'm going to start at negative 3. The slope is rise 2, run 1, as well as fall 2, left 1. And it says that we need to draw a dashed line. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the colored pencil. Okay, so this is my green one. Okay. And we have to shade, but I have to also graph another problem on here and shade. So when I shade, I'm actually just going to shade a little bit, okay? So for shading down, I go back to where I started, and I just shade a little bit down. But you kind of have to envision taking a crown and just laying it here and scraping it down. This whole section is shaded green. Okay? Then we have the second equation, and it says that we're going to start at positive 2. And then I'm going to go down 2, right 1. As well as going up 2, left 1. Alright, now, this is going to be a solid line. And it says that we have to shade above. So I go to the 2 where I started. And if I shade above, that's going up. So it's just this part here. But you have to think of it as I shaded this whole section, this orange color, okay? So now what happens is I'm going to look to see what part intersected or overlapped together. So if I look here, this part has no shading. This just has green shading. This just has orange shading. But this section has green and orange, or whatever you want to call that color, neon orange. And so this is the section that gets shaded the darkest because it is the overlap of both shading. Okay? And going back to the solution, a solution or an answer to this problem is every single point in this shaded area. So we know that these lines extend, so it would be all of this that would be shaded is a solution. Anything here, here, and here is not a solution. Okay? Like here, it would be a solution to this line. Here, it would be a solution to the green line. But here, it would be a no solution to both lines. Okay? Nothing.